My name is Dr. Von Crazy, and welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles X! Last time, we helped the prone that are new in town with some of their problems. Mostly related to people dying, unfortunately. And this time, I want to talk to Julius. I won't lie, this mission is a real gamble, but somebody has to stand up and do it. The question is, who? If we send in someone sloppy or inexperienced, it's basically a death sentence. So who are you, actually? I work for Blade HQ in communications, and right now I'm trying to find someone to handle an especially high-risk mission. It's dangerous work, but it's critical that it gets done. So, as you probably know, the survey of Noctilum is pretty far along at this point, and as a result of that, we picked up a strange signal. It was a bit tough to parse through all the noise, but it sounds like it might be an SOS coming from the Sun-Catch Ravine. It's similar to a human signal, but not identical. Almost like it's attempting to mimic one of our own. Ooh, so that definitely sounds like a trap to me. Believe me, you're not the first person to think that. Essentially, no blades have gone missing anywhere near that ravine, which means it's not a human sending up that signal. So what do you think? The potential gains are huge, but so is the danger. The mission demands the best of the best, and I'm thinking that might be you. So will you take it? I think I will take it. On behalf of Blade HQ, I appreciate it. Good luck. Come back safe. We haven't been there before. I'm pretty sure we might have been there before. We've been near there before. Oh, what's the best way to get there? I guess it would be this FN site. Yeah, he's right in front of us from here. Whoever's sending out that signal. And there's even a normal mission, couple of items in my way. 3D printers. I might not have registered those in my Collectopedia, actually. Oh, and there's a treasure here, too. That doesn't look like it's part of the mission. Did you receive our distress call? We were only able to broadcast a very weak signal for fear of the ganglion. We are glad it was sufficient. So who are you? You came this far without identifying us? You humans are a most unusual race. It is curious that organisms so prone to irrational behavior have survived this long. Still, your arrival proves that we were right to have sent that signal. While you seem less than logical, you clearly possess considerable combat prowess. By our calculations, humans have a 51% chance of destroying the ganglion. We wish to ally ourselves with the stronger side. Reaching out to you was a logical inevitability. However, we represent a valuable asset to the ganglion. They will be loath to part with our considerable technological expertise. It follows that they will embark on a concerted attack against your kind in order to take us back by force. So what are you, exactly? This is no time for protected introductions, but we are called the Orphe. The reason for my haste is that there are others of my kind awaiting aid, and the large-scale rescues requires time. Oh, there's more of them. This constitutes all existing Orphe at present. I request that you now escort us to New LA. Do you also want an escort to New LA, or are you just gonna shoot at us? Regrettable. I suppose detection was inevitable. My kind are technologists, not warriors. You will have to fight them and keep us safe. Please? Yeah, we can get rid of these things. Oh, that means it's time to test out the new class. I guess I've got Overdrive. Grand Possession gives everyone in the party 300... Well, actually, no, I raised it up, so it's 500 PP. And everyone's dead already. Whoops. Thought they would be a bit tougher than that. There's more enemies. My melee arts also give me an extra 40, which is not bad at all. And I can also stagger it while it's not toppled already, which could be helpful if it weren't already toppled. I guess I just early bird and then just use some positional arts. Why not, I guess. Get it with the stagger. Hey, we got another topple. Effect Charge is such an interesting art. It guarantees that your next attack will do its bonus effect, even if you're not in the right spot or something. I don't have a gun art right now, unfortunately. It'll be a bit until I unlock my first one. I don't really feel like overdriving right now. I've got no Ox energy. I got nothing really. I'm not doing anything special. These guys are not very tough. You know what? Maybe I will overdrive just to make this guy leave faster. Yeah, go away. Enemy neutralization confirmed. You have done well. Now, please accompany us to New LA before reinforcements arrive. I will, after I grab this 3D printer and that treasure, and maybe that other treasure that I see on the map to the north. What can I say? I like treasures. They're some of my favorite kinds of treasures. This one could be just up here, right? Right? Where is it? Under the waterfall? Under the waterfall. Here you are. And I'm kind of worried that that other one is up somewhere. Yeah, it looks like it must be on that bridge, so I'm not getting it from here. Haha! I don't have the 3D printer in the Collectopedia, so let's throw that in now. Get my row bonus. One step closer to a full Collectopedia. And that's the last 3D printer. Perfect. Let's head back to New LA now. The Orpheal bead near where you started the mission, right over here, talking to Julius.
Nice work.
Excellent work. I don't know what I expected, but it sure wasn't rescuing Xenos from the ganglion. And Xenos with advanced tech, no less. We are rational beings, guided and informed by logic. Our technology far surpasses yours. We are positive that we shall be of great assistance in the development of your city. We have General Director Hurson's approval. These Xenos can have asylum in exchange for assisting our survey of Mira, as well as providing any anti-ganglion intel they may have. They'll also be forming a new AM. We previously engaged in weapons development for the ganglion. Now we shall put that expertise to use for you humans. In return, you will defend us. We scratch their backs, they scratch ours. Scratch Fighting is unnecessary. We will hold to the terms of our alliance, as previously discussed. That rescue mission was a crap shot, but it paid off. Thanks for making it such a success. You have the gratitude of the Orphe as well. That is very nice. And now Orphean Technologies has popped up. As an engineer, Lynn's excited to see what they're cooking up over there. So let's also check it out. Orphean Technologies, an arms manufacturer made up of the Orpheans who defected from the Ganglion to New LA. Their architecture of their gear differs greatly from conventional human technology. They make high evasion protective wear. This is the only AM that I actually used on my first playthrough, because I way overvalued evasion, because it was the best stat in Xenoblade 1. So I thought it would still be the same best stat in Xenoblade X. And I mean, sure, it's still good, but it's definitely not the best stat in this game. Let's just level that up to level 3 right away, so we can unlock light wear and such. Yeah, by pairing defense with evasion, we've engineered invincibility. That is a cool line. The Orphean Technologies weapons also specialize in gravity damage, though they have lower attack values than most other weapons of their ilk, I guess. Gravity is a very interesting element. There's just a bunch of enemies that are randomly weak to it. It's definitely an option. Although the shop weapons you get here are not going to be very good. They just have gravity res down on their bonus effect, which is not a great ability. So you're better off finding a weapon from the field to use. Hold on, the CNC weapons have potential boost? That's actually kind of interesting. My current dual blades have potential up, but if the guns also have potential boost, I might want that. They do! Oh, there's also overdrive count up on the other ones. That's very interesting. Oh, potential boost is a very good skill. I might want to just pick that up. I don't think I have a better weapon right now. Yeah, let's just pick up these destroyer dyads. I don't actually have a use for potential right now, but it is definitely a good stat to increase. Oh, hey, there's Liesa. I wasn't really looking for you. This is not the armor I left you in. This is different.
Oh, it's you.
Something the matter? Huh? Why am I wearing the helmet? Isn't it obvious? It's comfy. It really doesn't look like it. It looks like it would be incredibly hot in that. I don't have to squint with the sunlight, and there's climate control inside the suit, so it stays at just the right temperature. Not to mention it looks cool. What more could you want? Question or aesthetic sense? You rocked the look. I know our looks aren't everything, but as a test pilot, I'm kinda like a walking billboard for the product. I keep telling folks I should get paraded around in full gear, but for some reason they always shoot the idea down. Oh well, it isn't easy being on the bleeding edge of fashion. The rest of the world needs time to catch up. But once they do, all scout pilots everywhere will be wearing this. Mark my words. I'm telling you, I believe in its potential, 100%. You should try it yourself if you get the chance. Liesel's suit. Oh, and that maxed out my affinity with Liesel. Okay. Well, that's nice. And Hope is also over here, so I'm just gonna complete both of them.
Small world, huh?
Good morning, Dr. Von Crazy. To think I'd run into you here of all places. I've actually just completed a mission. Did it go well? Oh, it was fine, thank you. It wasn't a very challenging task at all. I performed guard duty for someone doing early morning maintenance on the outer wall. Fortunately, we didn't encounter any indigents, and the work was completed without incident. I just stood there like a scarecrow the entire time, so I didn't even accept the reward. Once I've earned enough money to cover the next month's expenses, I declined additional rewards. Previously, I would only save an amount equal to a week's expenses, but Ornella convinced me to save more in case of emergencies. I pursue missions to help others, not for material gain. And for that reason, I prefer to refuse rewards whenever possible. I mean, you probably should at least accept some of the rewards and have a bit of money. Ornella said much the same thing. I agree that it's a good idea to save some money for emergencies. After all, money can solve a lot of problems. It is, as they say, a grand servant and a terrible master. As a gardener, I've always been fond of this quote. Money is like manure. It does no good unless you spread it around. And extra money just stinks. That's not actually part of the quote, but I think the spirit is there at least. Do you know where the reward money for blade missions comes from? In many cases, it's from the pocket of someone who needs help. Once they spend all their money to pay the first reward, what will become of them next time? What if they can't afford to pay a reward the next time they're in trouble? That's one of the reasons I refuse rewards. So that the people I've helped will be able to afford help again. But forgive me for blathering on like this. I don't mean to preach. I'm going back to the residential district. I promised Ada I'd meet her there. Giving it away. That is definitely a pretty nice philosophy to have. I tend to agree with her philosophy in a lot of ways. But she should definitely not take on so much risk herself. But with all that done, next time on Xenoblade Chronicles X, there's only a couple more missions before we've collected every single one we can before we actually challenge the next story mission. So we're going to be completing some of those. See you guys then.